YouTube family, what's going on? Hopefully you enjoyed that short edit of the 2016 Branch Warren Classic Strongman event that I just competed in this past Saturday. If you've been following the channel, you know that it's not something that I've been preparing for a long time. I actually decided to compete in the event 2 weeks prior to it actually taking place. You know, before doing the event, a lot of people told me that it was not a good idea to do it without preparation. And of course, it's not. But I never really went there to win. It was kind of a gut check for me. The idea behind it was to basically test my mettle and to see how I could do without preparation. I got second place in the event. I did way better than I thought I was gonna do, especially since, like I said, this was a gut check. I didn't think I was gonna do that well, but you know, I was really humbled there. I met a lot of really cool people, a lot of really cool, strong people, some of the strongest people in the state. I was definitely humbled there. And I learned a lot, and I plan to continue to compete in strongman. Unlike bodybuilding, actually in both powerlifting and strongman, I actually come to find that most of the people are really cool, really friendly, really nice. And when I competed in bodybuilding, it's usually not that way. Usually people can be kind of like a bunch of assholes. And you know, and to be honest, be fair, bodybuilding is completely different. You know, people have been dieting for long periods of time. People haven't been drinking water. You know, you put yourself through a lot of stress and a lot of suffering prior to and during the actual event itself. Whereas powerlifting and strongman is not really the same. There's a lot, it's different. You're actually trying to put yourself, you're putting yourself in your strongest position, basically, biologically. So the first event was the farmer's hold. Purpose was to hold 200-pound farmer's bars for approximately, well, however long you could hold it. And basically the guy who held it the longest won. I got first place in that, and it was 250-pound bars. And I got first place in that. I held it for 1 minute and 7 seconds, I believe. The second event was the press medley. And the press medley, that's where things kind of went south for me. But I'll tell you, first off, there was a log press, a 245-pound log press. Do it for 1 rep. Then you do, I believe it was a 200 or 225-pound keg press for 2 reps. And then you do a 125-pound dumbbell clean and press for as many reps as you can. And then you're basically ranked, you know, there's a point system based upon how many reps you got with the dumbbells, whether or not you completed the first 2. But yeah, it didn't work out really well for me. See, I couldn't remember how much weight it was for the keg or the dumbbell really, because I never really got that far. I'm gonna just let you look at the footage for that. So as you can see, I had a lot of trouble with the log, and that's where technique really would have came in handy. Preparation would have came in handy. Eventually I got 1 rep in, but as you can see, I ran out of time and I was not able to get to the keg or the dumbbell, which really, I thought after that I was out of the meet, because the only thing I can compare to this that I've experienced is powerlifting. And if you bomb out of 1 event, you know, you're done, you're out of the meet. But with strongman, I still continue to go on to the next obstacles, but I was at a huge disadvantage because the other people I went up against, they completed it. They actually had points in that event where I did not. So I didn't get any points for that, which, you know, once I realized I was still in the event, somebody told me I had to get first place in nearly everything else for the rest of the event if I wanted to have a chance at winning. So that definitely put me on my toes. The next event was the sled pull. Now, I am not certain the amount of weight that I pulled, but I'm sure the future me is going to count the plates in the video and then edit that, put that in the text somewhere. You probably already have seen it. But yeah, I had to pull a sled. Can't really remember the distance. I had to pull a sled for a particular distance, and basically the competitor with the least amount of time won. And I got first place in my division for that one, because after that really embarrassing, you know, fail in the log press, I had to do something. I had to win. So got that first place in my division for that. Next was the sandbag over bar, I guess, event. And it was basically 200-pound sandbag. You throw it over a 5-foot bar. I believe it's 5-foot bar. You do it as many times as you can, and the competitor to get the most amount of tosses over the bar wins. And I believe I tossed it. Yeah, I tossed it 12 times. And the person just next to I actually got first place in the event, and the person right behind me got 11 rips. So thankfully I won that one too. So the last event was the deadlift from 18 inches. So it's basically a rack pull from 18 inches inside of a rack. And how they set it up, it's called last man standing. And so they start off with 150 pounds. And then basically everybody in the entire competition, regardless of whatever weight class they're in, goes to pull. So I started pulling at 500 pounds, and they went up in increments slowly. And there's some very, very strong people there. I completed 650 pounds, and then once I got to 700 pounds, I failed and I couldn't get it anymore. My back was just gone. But there was some really strong dudes there. I mean, I think everybody else went up, some people went up to 900 pounds. I don't have any footage of that because after I filled out, my family just stopped filming everybody. They just didn't care. It had already been a long day and they put the camera down. But I wish I had got footage of the guys who pulled 900. I think they went up to 900, I think 850 or 900, something like that. Either way, it was extremely impressive. So all in all, I got second place. And like I said, I had a really good time. It was an extremely good experience. I met some really, really cool people. So in the future, I plan to surround myself with people who are stronger than me, who are bigger than me, who have something to teach me, because it is very easy to become comfortable and stagnant. And not saying I feel like I'm weak or anything, but I certainly feel like there's a lot more for me to learn. And I have the capacity to grow, develop, and expand, and just to keep on continuing pushing forward. You know, just like anybody else in fitness, everybody wants to be better, you know. I think it's very, very important to have that healthy dissatisfaction with yourself and your specific station, because without that, there's really no push, no motivation to actually improve. Alright guys, so if you happen to like this video, if you like the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.